Welcome, 8th graders, to today's explainer lesson. I am absolutely pumped to guide you through our topic today because we're going to unlock one of the absolute most powerful skills you can possibly possess. We're talking about mastering the art of revising. Now, right off the bat, I want you to totally shift how you view yourself as a writer. You're not just a student turning in an assignment anymore. I want you to think of yourself as a master craftsman. You see, a master craftsman working with wood or clay doesn't just look at the raw material and say, well, good enough, that's done. No way. That raw early draft, that is literally just the beginning. It's the starting point. Today, we're going to learn exactly how to take your raw words and sculpt them into a true masterpiece.
So here's our roadmap for today's lesson. First up, the power of revising. Second, revising versus editing. Then, choosing powerful words, followed by improving clarity and flow. Finally, we'll outline your homework mission and wrap the whole thing up with the Godly Learner philosophy. Let's dive in.
Section 1. The power of revising. Building your masterpiece.
Okay, I want you to picture a sculptor staring at a massive, heavy block of clay. When you write your very first draft, that is exactly what you're doing. You're just throwing a big, messy block of clay right onto the table. It's unstructured, it's rough, and you know what? That is perfectly okay. The real magic, the actual art, happens in the revision process. Revising is the intentional carving, the smoothing, and the sculpting of that clay. This actually perfectly illustrates the biblical wisdom we find in Proverbs 20:18, which says, "Plans are established by counsel, by wise guidance wage war." Think about it. Writing an essay or a story is essentially just a plan to communicate your message. If you just rush in without a strategy, your message might totally miss the mark. Revising is how you step back, evaluate your plan, and seek the counsel of the revision process to make sure your words are intentional, purposeful, and, well, actually effective.
Moving right along to Section 2. Revising versus editing, knowing the difference.
All right, we need to clear up a huge misconception right now. So often, I see 8th graders write a paper, go back, fix a couple of stray commas, correct a misspelled word, and proudly declare they've revised it. But actually, they haven't. They've just edited it. And there is a massive difference here. Revising is about improving your ideas, your flow, and your clarity. It's not just fixing spelling. Editing, that's the cleanup crew. Editing handles the punctuation, the grammar rules, the typos, but revising is like the architect stepping in and saying, wait a minute, does this paragraph even belong in this room? Should we knock down this whole wall? Does this argument actually make any sense? Revising is structural, it's stylistic. It's where your ideas actually go from good to great.
So how do we actually pull this off? Well, step 1 is the absolute, undisputed golden rule of revising. Read it aloud. Seriously, I cannot stress this enough. When you read your writing silently in your head, your brain sort of cheats. It automatically fills in missing words and smooths over clunky, awkward sentences without you even realizing it. But when you force yourself to physically speak the words out loud, you will literally hear exactly where your writing stumbles. And as you read aloud, you seamlessly move right into steps 2, 3, and 4. You start asking yourself, does this make sense? Is it actually interesting to read? And is it crystal clear? Or could I maybe say it a bit more simply?
Section 3. Choosing powerful words, crafting your message.
This right here is your very first core strategy as a revising craftsman. You are going on a hunt. You are hunting down the weak, boring words in your draft and intentionally swapping them out for stronger, more precise vocabulary. You want to grab your reader, not put them to sleep, right? Just look at the sheer contrast in our example here. The weak sentence on the left says, "The movie was nice." I mean, think about the word nice. It's incredibly vague. It tells me practically nothing. Was the acting good? Was it hilarious? Was it terrifying? We literally have no idea. But now look at the strong revision on the right. The movie was thrilling, with unexpected twists that kept me on edge. Wow. See how that powerful vocabulary completely transforms a bland, boring idea into a captivating, descriptive experience? As a craftsman, your job is to choose the exact right tool, the exact right word for the job.
Section 4. Improving clarity and flow, making it seamless.
The next level of your revision process is all about making sure your ideas are fully developed and that they flow seamlessly. No unnecessary clutter, no confusion. Remember, a masterpiece doesn't have missing pieces. Look at this example of adding missing information. The before sentence simply says, "He was upset." Okay, but why? Your reader is totally left guessing. Good revising is your golden opportunity to add those crucial missing puzzle pieces. The after sentence says, "He was upset because his best friend had moved away without saying goodbye." Boom! By simply adding that one missing detail, you give the reader the vital context they need to fully grasp the true message of your writing. You are fully developing the idea.
But here's the thing. Sometimes clarity isn't about adding stuff at all. Sometimes it's about cutting. Let's look at this example of removing repetition. The before sentence reads, "She ran quickly fast to the bus stop." Notice anything weird? Quickly and fast mean the exact same thing. It's just clutter. The after sentence simply says, "She ran quickly to the bus stop." Cutting that completely unnecessary repetition actually sharpens the sentence. It makes the writing flow so much better. A true master craftsman knows exactly what to carve away.
Which brings us to Section 5. Your homework mission, put it into practice.
Okay, so mastering the craft of writing absolutely requires immediate intentional practice. You don't get better at sculpting clay just by sitting around listening to a teacher talk about it, right? You have to get your hands dirty. So here are your 5 exact homework tasks for today's mission. Number 1, revise a sentence to make it more descriptive. Number 2, replace 3 weak words in a paragraph with stronger ones. Number 3, rearrange a set of sentences for better flow. Number 4, add a missing detail to make a sentence clearer. And finally, number 5, remove one unnecessary sentence from a short paragraph. I want you to attack these 5 tasks with the mindset of that master craftsman we've been talking about all lesson.
And finally, Section 6, the godly learner, wisdom over capability.
Here at HeroesMart Academy, everything we do connects your academic lessons to your overall spiritual maturity. We call this the godly learner philosophy, where we value true wisdom over mere capability. We are teaching you to be highly capable, effective communicators today, sure, but we always have to ask, what is the ultimate purpose of that capability? We intertwine biblical morality with education because, frankly, education without morality can actually hurt. Your growing knowledge and intelligence should help you make wise, God-honoring choices in life, rather than simply making you more capable of just get in your own way. Romans 8:6-7 teaches us that keeping the mind spiritually minded leads to life and peace. So I highly encourage you to pursue academic excellence in your writing, absolutely. But as you do, always keep your mind centered on God, on truth, on wisdom, and on righteous choices. I want to leave you with this big, provocative challenge as you tackle your homework today. How will you use your education and your carefully crafted words to honor God and make wise choices in the real world? You know, words have immense power. They can build people up, or they can tear them down. As you practice your revising today, as you carefully carve and sculpt your ideas to make them powerful and clear, remember that you are sharpening a very real tool. Always choose to use that tool for truth, for wisdom, and for God's glory. Good luck on your homework mission, Master Craftsman. You've totally got this.